We have a double review today because Cinemark was hosting $5 Movie Tuesdays yesterday, and I would tell you more about that, but I'm still not sponsored. Let's get into it. So last night I saw Ridley Scott's Napoleon featuring Joaquin Phoenix, and I saw Saltburn. And I'm a bit conflicted on whether or not I watched these in the right order, because I really should have had a palate cleanser after Saltburn, but instead I went home and went right to bed, and I really wish I hadn't. But on the other end, Napoleon would have been absolutely tedious after Saltburn. So I guess if you're going to do a double, do Napoleon first. However, I don't recommend watching these at the same time. Let us proceed. Napoleon was a beautiful mess. If you have seen Sofia Coppola's Marie Antoinette movie, picture Marie Antoinette, but for your teenage brother. But instead of like these whimsical shots of parties with champagne and beautiful cakes and things, it's incredibly violent war scenes with cannonballs just ripping through people. Which, yes, it's a war movie. I'm just saying that would be the equivalent. And instead of Marie shopping, we have Napoleon's humping. Which, for a rated R film that had a whole lot of humping, you would expect there to be more titties, and there were not. And rather than a cool-ass soundtrack, we have a lot of Joaquin Phoenix mouth breathing and making weird mouth noises. So unless you already know a lot about Napoleon and his timeline, don't go into this expecting to actually learn anything. You've got a couple of key pieces like the Battle of Waterloo, which they labeled. It's just very disjointed, so unless you already know things about this, it's going to get confusing. But again, it's gorgeously made. Oh, one other big important thing, and this is more like a trigger warning / spoiler warning. If you like horses, skip it. It's battle. I understand that we all know the horses are going to get taken out, but did you need to see it happen? So my beautiful horse fans, please stay away from this. 4 out of 10. Moving on. I'm going to be honest, I came out of Saltburn feeling just a little bit traumatized. I wasn't even going to see this until I kept seeing the TikToks about bathwater, and then I had to know. Because I'm stupid, but also worth it. Because the entire storyline is gross genius. The storyline is provocative. So there's this kid going to school at Oxford, and he's obsessed with becoming friends with Jacob Elordi, so he makes up this entire life about having addicted parents and his dad dying and stuff, and then Jacob Elordi invites him to Saltburn, which is the family castle. His family is super fucked up and pretentious. His family actually reminds me a lot of my dumb high school boyfriend's family, except they weren't wealthy, so instead of being pretentious, they were just obnoxious. Imagine being called white trash by somebody who doesn't have a pot to piss in. Anyway, he really does drink the bathwater. And Red Wings. To make myself feel better, I've decided Saltburn is canon to what happened to Wills after he goes away to university and In-Betweeners. 9 out of 10.